Good morning, Round Lake families. I'm Jen Cooper Wells, Social Emotional Learning and Student Development Coordinator for the district. How are we doing on routines this year? January's over and done with. We're now into February. I don't know about you, but I feel like January was just a blur and just flew by. So as I was sitting there thinking about, okay, what have I done this year so far in order to help me be a better me, to make sure that I am truthfully doing self-care and that it's not an extra thing that's being added and that I'm taking care of others. And I really wanted us to focus on routines for this week. So when I'm sitting there saying, why do we even have routines? It came to me of its structure. It provides me the necessary step-by-step. This is just what I do. When I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes, I get out of bed, I go into the bathroom, I do my morning routine, go downstairs, eat my breakfast, go back upstairs, finish getting ready, and then I walk out the door. I was watching this webinar and this psychologist was sitting there and saying, self-care isn't something that you just do as an extra thing. It's one of those non-negotiables. So when you start listing what are your non-negotiables, I'm thinking shower, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, sometimes caffeine. So then I'm thinking, okay, great, but I have to get self-care in there as also a non-negotiable. So I want you to think of what are your regular routines when you're waiting. And I want you to think of the concept of habit stacking. And so this is where you take your normal routine, and while you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen, you stack on top of it, because you're not adding any time, you're stacking on top of it something that's self-care that's for you. So let's think about this. So examples. Are you one of those people who you make your coffee in the morning or you boil water for tea, whatever that is? So here's what I want you to think about. How long does it take for water to boil? How long does it take to go through the coffee maker and make your cup of coffee? What if you were to time that out and figure out that that gives you like 3 to 5 minutes? So during those 3 to 5 minutes, what is something that you can be doing instead of just waiting? Or I find myself scrolling on Facebook, scrolling through Amazon, finding things that I don't really need, and I'm wasting time. How can I use that time better? Well, what if I were to actually, because in the morning I might be struggling to get like the oxygen going to my brain, what if I were to actually stretch? And whether I'm doing yoga poses or simply rolling my shoulders, rolling my wrists, moving my hips around because I've been asleep all night. So think about that. Is there something that you can do in terms of stretching in the morning while you do your normal routine? Again, it's not adding anything extra. It's using your time more efficiently. So then let's say you're driving or you're riding on the bus, transportation, however you get where you need to get. What about listening to your favorite song? Again, if you're having a great day and you need to jam out, if you're having a bad day and you need to refocus your energy, simply playing your favorite song while you're already in a car. You're driving to and from work. Are you listening to a book? Is that like an audiobook? Are you listening to newscasts? Are you listening to sports? What are you doing in your car that is providing you a positive energy? So just think about that. Okay, now here's my favorite part. So while you're driving and you're stopped at a red light, what do? How many times can you, and I kind of want to challenge you on this, stop at a red light and I want you to look around to the cars around you. Look to your left, look to the right, look in your rearview mirror, look ahead of you. How many people at a red light immediately reach over, grab their phone and start scrolling? Did I get any text messages? Do I have any emails? What happened on Facebook? What did I miss out on? Here's what I want you to do. Put your phone down. During a red light, think about things that made you smile that day. So again, not every time are you going to hit a red light, but again, we want that positive energy to come into our brains. So when you're at that red light, think about what made you smile today. What was something that was funny? And then smile again. The last thing at the end of your day is when you're laying in bed. And what is the last thing that you do right before you go to sleep? You close your eyes. So here's what I'd like you to do. When you close your eyes and you get ready to go to sleep, take a couple of deep breaths to just help relax yourself and come up with one thing that you are grateful for. Again, going to sleep and having your mind be relaxed and having your mind have a positive input is going to help you to have a better sleep. So, habit stacking. How can you take your normal routine and during the time that you are normally waiting, how can you bring positive thoughts, positive energy, smiles into your day? Have a great day. I'll see you next week.